Right now, it feels like a whole lot more than it actually is, in truth. You're 2 down, going out of a competition in which you've got all your eggs in this basket, and you somehow find a way back. You thought you were out, then you think, okay, maybe we're heading to penalties, and then Harry Maguire pops up, and you win it, albeit after 120 minutes. But the thing for me is, and while, yes, we've kind of all been there where you get a last-minute equaliser or winner and you understand how that changes everything about the feel of the game, you're in total control against Lyon, a team sitting, what, 4th or 5th in Ligue 1. And while you're in no great position yourself in the Premier League, you get a result on the road, you come back to Old Trafford to defend that. That result you got was despite goalkeeping errors. You're in total command of the game. Lyon offered little up until probably our mark. And see that out. You know, you're asking a professional team to do a professional job. And I thought Manchester United just were not able to do that. Even when Lyon got the first goal, that's when, and again, the complaint around Manchester United, you're looking for some kind of leadership. You're looking just to settle the game down. You're at home, take control. And I thought they weren't able to do that. But to Stevie's point, when you find yourself back, all of a sudden, you somehow are able to get 3 goals in the space of 5 minutes. And it feels like an awful lot. And all of a sudden now, you've got a new lease on life, in a competition in which is the be-all and end-all for this season.
Yeah, it was quite the ride, Nedum. What's your biggest takeaway from the United perspective?
The biggest, I'm not sure. I think everything is kind of the same. But one thing I would say is that feeling that they had at the end of the game, being able to come back and score 2 goals in the space of a minute in front of 70,000 people. I think for anyone that's played football before, that is euphoric. That's as good as it feels. But as we look back at the previous 2 hours, oh my goodness. I'll be honest, at the first half, when it's 2-0 to United, I'm thinking they're playing professionally, and the talk is, you know, they did a good job. They did what they needed to do. They've been good in Europe overall. Credit to them. Then so I'm thinking the game's over. Then it's 2-2. I'm like, okay, well, this is weird. But then Lyon go down to 10. Okay, so the game's over then because United's going to control the game. Oh, but now United are 2 goals down against 10 players whilst playing at home. This game is chaotic. I think the tie itself, the fact that, you know, United are going through after winning 7-6 on aggregate, I think if you wanted a team to be strong, to be robust and tough to play against, I don't think either side really offered up that sort of mentality in this game. But in reality, as I say, fair play to them for continuing to keep going. Yes, there'll be lots of criticism that will come with it, but the fact is they're in the next round and they are 3 games away from lifting a European trophy. So in reality, there are tons of negatives, but the biggest positives is the fact that they found a way. And for those fans that were there, the players that, you know, shared that moment as well, maybe this will give them a boost, and hopefully they don't have to look back at sort of any video analysis in the coming days about that game, because I don't think it would look too good, to be honest.
You can only imagine that boost in the dressing room right now, and the belief that they're going to have that they can go all the way now after a night like that.
Yeah. Whoa, just put the brakes on a little bit.
No?
Well, the problem United have is that all of the things you just said is absolutely 100%. Euphoric, the boost, the whole thing. Unfortunately for Man United, they're going to have to play another game of football again. And when they start playing, they'll realise that euphoric feeling has disappeared and now we're back to normal. I mean, that's the only thing we know. We know that between now and the end of the season, whether United go on to win the Europa League or not, we're going to be talking about them, and we're going to be talking about periods in a game where you're scratching your head thinking, is this Man United? So, yeah, this is going to be a lovely few days for everybody connected with United. But as I said, the next time they step on the field and they start producing what we've been seeing for the last goodness knows how long, that euphoria all disappears very, very quickly.
And while that's true, let's be honest, the league, I don't think Manchester United as a team, certainly as a squad, are that concerned with the league anymore. They're not going to go down. And
that's what's wrong.
They're not even going to finish top half of the table. So therefore, you can come to Stevie's point. You can come back down, and it doesn't really have much of an effect or impact on the complexion of your season in total. It's all about the Europa League. And to Nedum's point, he's absolutely right. While we could sit here and be critical of moments in the game, and I'm sure Amorim will sit with his squad once he does settles and talk through a lot of those points, you're in the hat. You're in the next round. And I am a firm believer in Lady Luck playing a part in every success. And I think you can look back on every cup win, every title win, whatever it is, and there are moments in there that it just didn't seem like it was going to happen. And then there's just something just sparked, something just happened, something just fell your way. Lady Luck was on your side. And maybe this is Manchester United's. And maybe that's their takeaway, that while we relied on Lady Luck today against Lyon in the second leg, we have to be better than that going forward. That has to be the message. But, and again, I'll echo exactly what Nedum said, you're still in the hat. You've got 3 more games to go.